Hi everyone, I'm Melissa, your neighborhood yoga teacher. Today we're going to do a sequence to help us stretch out and open up, especially if we've been spending a lot of time seated at a desk. I encourage you to get a blanket for yourself, like a folded Afghan or small blanket off your couch. And we're going to use that to lift and tilt the pelvis. This assists us in sitting up a little bit taller and being able to rise up out of the seat and find forward folding in a seated position with more ease. Find a comfortable seat. Let the hands rest softly on the knees. Connect the index finger and the thumb. Close the eyes. We'll open our practice with a few deep breaths. Breathe deeply in through the nose. Try to fill up the belly with breath. And then exhale deeply through the nose or the mouth, softening and surrendering, relaxing. Inhale fully into the rib cage, up into the chest. And exhale, feel the rib cage and the chest soften. Take 2 more deep, full rounds of breath. After your second exhale, maintain length in the spine. Send the sits bones down towards the ground. Soften the shoulders away from the ears and lift the crown of the head upward. Notice what it's like to be here in this moment, connecting into the breath. Let's find some gentle movement in the spine before we move into our stretches. We'll start with seated cat and cow, placing the palms against the shins right underneath the knees or a little lower if you need to. As we exhale, hollow out the belly, tuck the tailbone under, draw the chin into the chest, round the shoulders around the body. Inhale, press against the legs. Rock the sits bones out from underneath you. Pull the shoulder blades together. Pull the elbows back. Inhale. Reverse the direction. Curl in, hollowing out. And exhale as you come forward, pulling the chest forward. Move back and forth through this seated cat and cow a few more times at your own pace. Eyes can be open or closed. The next time that we bring the chest forward over the legs, we're going to turn this into a Sufi grind. So as we exhale around the right side and to the back, and inhale, coming back up through center, like we're stirring the bowl of a pot, rotating the torso. You can make this movement as small or as large as you like, as fast or as slow as you like. Just stay connected to your breath and move in a way that feels good. This time, as we come back around to the front, we'll reverse the direction. Keep breathing. One more in this direction, and then we will bring the body back into stillness. Take a moment to sit up tall. Half butterfly pose. By the way, I have my timer here that I'm going to use to time us. We will extend the left leg in front of us, draw the right foot in. Take a breath in, reaching up, and exhale, fold forward over the leg. You can keep looking out over the toes, or you can let the head and the neck relax. You can grab onto the foot if you like, or just let the hands rest against the ground. Be here and breathe here, stretching through the back of the leg, opening up the bladder channel of the body, opening up through the hamstrings, through the back. Breathe steady and deep, slowly. Let's take 2 more deep breaths, maybe folding a little bit deeper on those exhales. On the next inhale, gently bring the body back up and release both legs out in front. Sit up tall. Take a moment to notice how each side of the body feels, especially in the legs. This time, keeping the right leg extended. We'll draw the left foot up and in, half butterfly pose. Take a deep breath in, reach the arms up, and exhale. Bring the body out over the leg. Again, you can let the head and the neck relax, or you can keep looking out over the foot. How you do this pose is up to you. If you're having a really difficult time with your flexibility here, grab a belt or a scarf or an old necktie, put it around the foot, and then hold on to it like you would use a yoga strap, or maybe you actually have a yoga strap that you could use to assist you in the pose. Breathe deep. Breathe into the back of the leg. You may even like to imagine drawing the breath in through the bottom of the foot and sending it out through the crown of the head. 2 more deep, full breaths. Maybe move a little deeper on the exhales. On the next inhale, gently release, bringing the body back up. We'll send both legs out in front of us and pause in hammock pose. Take the hands behind the body. Let everything release. Relax the feet. Relax the legs. Relax the toes. Full butterfly pose. Draw both feet in, soles of the feet together. And take a big breath in to sit up tall. Try to lift up out of the pelvis slightly. Exhale, bring the chest forward over the feet. And if you like, you can curl the forehead all the way down to the toes, or just stay here, reaching out over the feet. When we do this pose, we release pressure on the sciatic nerve. We're stretching out a little pear-shaped muscle in the hips called the piriformis. By the way, since this is a yin practice, we're holding the poses for a little bit longer, and you may notice that I'm using different names for these poses. That helps us distinguish them from the way that we might think the rules of hatha yoga need to apply. So we can let go of some of those rules when we practice yin yoga. Breathe a little bit deeper. Settle more into the space that you're creating with the breath. If at any point you feel pain, then please release the pose. Do something that helps you relax and release. Maybe come back into it, maybe not. We'll be here for 3 more full rounds of breath. Inhaling fully, exhaling completely. Use the next inhale to bring the body gently up. Take the hands to the outsides of the knees and send the legs out away from the body. Once more, finding yourself to relax in your hammock pose or collarbone stretch. We're going to do half shoelace pose now. Try to take yourself back to when you were learning how to tie your shoes when you were a kid. Or maybe you have kids and you've taught them how to tie their shoes. We'll start leaving the right leg extended and bend the left knee. Then take the foot, the ankle, across the leg. Try to do your best to stack the knees. If you can't, that's okay. Big breath in, fold forward. So we can stay here or we can let the forehead rest against the knee. People experience this pose in different places. And so some people feel it more in the back of the extended leg in the IT band. Other people feel it more in the hip of the leg that is crossing over, maybe in the TFL. So be present with your body. Notice what's happening for you in this pose. Notice where you might be holding onto tension and see if you can allow that tension to relax and release on your exhales. Be gentle with yourself. Steady yourself, your breath. We're almost there. 2 more full rounds of breath. And after the second breath, take your time. Gently release. Guide the leg out. Rest in hammock pose for a moment. Let's switch sides. Come back to a tall seat on the edge of the sits bones. This time, pulling the right leg in, folding it over the left. Try to stack the knees. Breath in and exhale. Bring the body forward, out over the leg. Do the best you can. Feel the stretch. Notice where it's happening for you in your body. Keep breathing. It's always a good idea to connect to the breath simply by mentally saying to yourself, I am breathing in on the inhale, and on the exhale, I am breathing out. I'm breathing in, I am breathing out. If you can breathe here, you can be here. Just a few more moments in this pose. Take 2 more breaths. Softening even more on the exhale. Very gently bringing yourself up out of the pose and releasing hammock pose. We're going to shift ourselves now into lunges. If you have a sensitive knee, what I recommend that you do is keep your blanket here. And rather than allowing the knee to be cushioned by the blanket, you're going to let the kneecap gently hang off the edge of the blanket. So we'll bring our right foot forward to start. That means my left leg is behind us. I'm letting my left knee gently hang in the space off of the blanket here. This is our low dragon lunge. So we're going to bring our weight forward over the right leg. And then very gently breathe into the hips. You can probably see the microphone thing back here. Let yourself settle into your dragon lunge. Breathe into the hip flexor, psoas muscle. We'll be here for about 2 more rounds of breath. We're going to shift now into our low dragon lunge, or lizard lunge as it's sometimes called. We'll bring the right hand to the inside of the foot. So we can stay here on the palms of the hands, or maybe lower down onto the left forearm, maybe onto the right forearm. This is considerably a deeper variation of the pose. Try to keep hugging the knee, the right knee, towards the right shoulder. Breathe into the hips. Take 2 more breaths. Very gently bring your body up and release. Swinging the right leg around. We're going to do our left side now. You can stay where you are. I'm just going to shift on the mat so that you can see me better. So with our blanket, this time we'll send it underneath the shin of the right leg. Allow the right knee to hang out over the leg, over the blanket rather. Bring the left foot forward and find your dragon lunge on the other side. Breathe into the hip flexor. Steady yourself. Try to maintain stillness in the pose. Of course, if you have yoga blocks available, you can place those under the hands. Harry Potter's books 4 and 5 also work as support under the hands here if you need that. Take 2 more breaths on this side. Settling into the hips as deeply as possible. Enjoying the sensations. Let's shift into our low dragon or lizard lunge. Bring the left hand to the inside. Then lowering down onto the right forearm. Maybe also the left forearm. And try to keep the left knee hugging in towards the left shoulder. Be here and breathe here. Stay for a couple more breaths. Inhaling fully, exhaling completely. Inhaling fully, Exhaling completely. Take your time to release the pose. Gently bringing yourself back up. Releasing the left leg back. From here, we're just going to go ahead and come into our final relaxation. You can take your blanket, roll it up, and we can place this blanket roll underneath the knees. Of course, you can always use your blanket to cover up. The reason for placing a rolled up blanket or pillow under the knees here is to help release tension from the lower back. Let yourself come lying down on the back body. Allow yourself to get heavier, sink into the ground. Feel the support of the ground underneath you. Release the tongue away from the top of the mouth. Let the tongue rest behind the lower set of teeth. Arms beside the body on the floor. Palms rotated upward. Relax the bottoms of the feet, ankles, knees, lower legs. Upper legs, hips, pelvis, relax. Relax the lower back. Soften the rib cage. Relax the middle back. Relax the chest, the shoulders, the upper back. Relax the arms, elbows, wrists, hands, and fingers. Relax the neck and the throat. Soften the jaw. Release the tension from the face and the forehead. Back of the head heavy. Take your time enjoying this relaxation for as long as you like. When you're ready to release, deepen the breath and wiggle the fingers and the toes. Bend the knees, bringing the feet flat to the ground, and let yourself gently roll over onto one side. Take a breath in and a breath out on the side body. Slowly and gently bring yourself back upright. I encourage you to finish by finding a long, tall spine once again. Draw the hands in front of the chest. Allow the thumbs to rest against the sternum. Feel your heartbeat. Feel your breath. Tuning into these inner rhythms. And I invite you to take time here offering gratitude. Gently bring your awareness back into the space, opening the eyes. This concludes our practice. Thank you.